Hey, what's up everybody? It's your old pal Mr. Butter coming back at you again. And the review that I'm doing this morning is actually the result of a request. I recently reviewed the all-white Forum 84 highs. I already had the Orbit Gray Forum 84 highs, and these two shoes do look really similar, but then at the same time there's some real big differences in between them. So I want to give you just a side-by-side comparison, and I'll point out some things that I noticed that are differences in the two. I gotta say, I like them both a whole lot, but I do prefer one to the other, but we'll get into that. If you're into kicks and you feel like hanging out, then hit that subscribe button. Also, if you enjoy this video, help me out with a thumbs up. That'll help this review get seen by more people, and that'll help my channel grow faster. But anyhow, let's look at these Forum 84 highs. Alright, so to start, this pair here is the all-white pair. There's a little bit of tan on it there on the back. It's some suede, like a natural colored suede, and of course you can see that gold foil emblem, and also the midsole is like a sail color, like a cream. It's not white or anything. But then here we have the Forum 84 in Orbit Gray, and immediately right off the bat you can see, compared to this white pair, this Orbit Gray Forum 84, it looks like it's got a whole lot more depth, and it's got a lot more cream tones, a lot more grays, just a whole lot more colors on the entire shoe. And it looks kind of monotone, but if you look at areas here like the back, I mean, there's probably 5 or 6 different earth tones there, just from the midsole, the heel counter, that plastic heel counter there at the base, then this natural colored suede, then you see 2 different types of smooth leather, and then here the piece that goes over top of the strap, there's a light gray colored like nubuck at the base, but then there's this nice furry darker gray there at the top. And also on the Orbit Grays, you've got this antique looking tongue. It's almost got like a reddish tint to it, but it's like a khaki reddish tint. And you can also see on the Orbit Grays, all the edges of the leather are like a natural brown color, and you don't get that on the all-white Forum 84s. Another thing that you'll notice with these all-white Forum 84s is the leather does not feel as soft as what the Orbit Gray leather does. Now, that being said, the leather isn't the softest or the most buttery. However, it feels good. It's not incredibly stiff or anything, and it's nice thick pieces. I do think that this Forum 84, I think it said online that there were some recycled materials in it. I don't think it's a lot, but I definitely think that you can feel an immediate difference whenever you're feeling the leather. Now, for me, that's not a deal breaker, but for some people that might be a decision maker right there, and they might say, you know, just based on that, give me the Orbit Grays, and you can keep those all white ones. I mentioned on the Orbit Gray pair how the tongue had kind of like a antique look to it, and also not only is the tongue of this all-white pair just plain white, but they also gave us all-white laces. And then at the top of the tongue, they gave us more of the same leather that they used on the whole shoe, and you can see like a gold embossed Adidas emblem there. And that looks nice, it looks clean, but I'll show you the tag on the Orbit Grays so you can see some of the difference. So all white laces, all white tongue on the plain white pair, and then you've got like an aged kind of antique looking lace on the Orbit grays. And now I think the blue thread, the cloud blue thread high Form 84, I think those laces were even more kind of yellowed looking, but I really like that, so I'm all for it. So you can see you got like a off-white lace, and the tongue again is like that pinkish kind of aged color. And then at the top of the tongue, they just gave us a cloth tag with the Adidas emblem. Hey, how you doing? So real quick, here's just a look down at the toe box. Or you've got the bright white pair on the top here, and then the Orbit gray on the bottom. So there's just, there you can see them at the same angle. And you guys let me know, which ones do you prefer? I mean, I like them both, but I prefer the mix-up of materials on the Orbit grays, and I prefer this kind of, you know, antique look. I just think that these look like, I'm getting a pair of shoes dropped off right now. Nice. These look almost convincing, like they came out of the back of a closet from 1984 or something. Like these actually look legit, like they're retro shoes that are just in premium condition. And also the feel is just more high-end in my opinion. So for me, the Orbit gray Form 84s take it, but that's not to take away from the all-white pair at all. These are definitely dope looking too, and they just feel a little bit more stiff. I haven't even had these on foot yet. I don't think the stiffness will cause any comfort issues or anything, and I think they'll break in just fine, and I think they'll age really well, especially since they already have that textured leather all over the entire shoe. I probably should have started with this earlier, but this is the tag for the all-white pair. It says Form 84 high, and then the colors are footwear white. And then I'm not sure what that middle color is supposed to be, but I think the last color is glow green or glory green. I think that last color is glory green, and I have no idea where that's at on the shoe. But while we're at the back of the shoe, another major difference in these two pair is this is the all-white pair, and it's got these jagged ridges here on this piece that goes over the strap. And you can also see that Adidas emblem embossed in there. Looks nice, I like it. And then for the Orbit gray pair, you can see that we've just got a nice furry suede in that. I guess that might be the Orbit gray color, but it's just a nice gray hue. And I like that too. I don't really have a preference between those two. I think each is unique, and they both put a different, you know, twist on the shoe. But then here's a look at the Orbit gray tag, and the colors read Gray 1, Orbit gray, and Footwear white. And then one more major difference is the Orbit grays have that classic red suction cup, and the all-white shoes just have one color on the whole outsole. But let me know which one you guys prefer.